Hey, what's going on, people? This is your blind buddy Vic again. I'm coming up here and uh, doing like I do and doing, just doing what the spirit tells me to do. I'm being obedient, you guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, I'm being obedient. And it's the rare reason that I'm in the place that I am because of obedience. And I ain't being obedient to no devil, cause I don't do the things of the flesh. You know what I mean? I come away from the things of the flesh because the spirit let me know how to decipher between the things of the flesh and the things of the spirit. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the spirit is been birthed. It's been birthed. Spirit been birthed over 30 years that I gave my life to Christ. So it's been growing from a baby to over 30 years, And that's but prior to then, and I was a kid. You know what I mean? I get on here and I do this now so people have an understanding about I'm just not just on here doing some random stuff to just try to get likes. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm telling a truth that the spirit that I have been walking with for the last 30 years has instructed me to do. And I tell you, I know that spirit is the spirit of God. I'm not bashful to tell you who it is. It ain't it's not a spirit of evil. You understand what I'm saying? So when I get on here and I tell people what's here, I'm not only telling the people, I'm telling myself as well. You understand what I'm saying? These things they're not scripted. They're not choreographed. It's true and raw. So when I let you know that I'm not talking from a fleshly place, because if I was talking from a fleshly place, I would be talking about the things of the flesh. I don't talk about the things of the flesh. I talk about the things of the spirit, the things of God. So if someone would contest and say that I am not, then please do so. You know what I mean? And I will be glad to oblige you and let you know that I am in the spirit, because I will turn the spirit of loose on you. You know what I mean? So if you decide that you want to, then you can. But I would strongly advise against it, because the truth set me free. It set me free. If you go against it, I don't know, tell them it's going to set you afire. I guarantee you. And I'd say this because I have a message for Portland, Oregon. You understand what I'm saying? God wants you to know. I mean, this person that you see, I come over here and I've always told people, if anybody over here has ever talked to me, my story is my story. I come over here being obedient because nobody over here knows what my life is. I'm not running from anything. You know what I mean? I'm not running from the law. I'm not a fugitive. I ain't come over here from another country. I was born and raised in this country. You know what I mean? As a poor black man from a poor black town down in the poor black South. So my generations of people come from a poor black people from the poor black South. I don't try to make myself look like anything of grand Jongsha because I know where I come from. You know what I mean? And I come from a people that I know today that my Father in heaven has let me know who I've always been. And it's time to stand up and be who I've always been. And that's one of his children. You understand what I'm saying? It took a 30-year concentrated walk for me to get to right here to be able to tell you, Portland, Oregon, you are in trouble. I'm not sitting up there telling you or saying something that where I was, where it would suggest that I am the only savior for the people here. No, I'm just here to tell you the truth. So you can see what's upon you. That's all I'm here to do. I did not come over here to make a life and live and call Portland my home. That's what I thought, but no. I come over here off of obedience because I had a pretty decent life. I had things going for me before I come to Portland, Oregon, and ended up blind and can't exercise none of it. You understand what I'm saying? So, I just want to know from Portland, Oregon, what did this black man do to deserve the treatment that I have received from your city? What did I do to you? That's all I want to know. What did I do? And I leave that door open for any and every person in the state of Oregon. You want me to tell you what I did to you? I come over here. I saw your bad behavior to the point that you made me spit out on the ground. You're disgusting because of your treatment. The way you treat people over here, man. I just come over here to be, I just come over here and you treat people and you act like people don't see you. You act like it's not seen. I'm here as a vessel from the God that you don't believe in, Portland, Oregon, because you believe in good. You don't believe in God. And for that simple fact, you have taken upon something that does not belong to you because God is good. The things that you do are not good, and you have no right to jump claim on the word good as if you're going to outdo the omnipotent one and only God. Because this is the appearance that you give by the way and the way you treat. Yeah, I know who I am. I'm one of God's children. Only way you'll find out about the Father, you know who the Father is. You are goofy. There are some of you out there that don't even know you've been brainwashed into who you think God is. You understand what I'm saying? You've been brainwashed. And wait till you find out you've been mistreating his children. This is what's going to get you. You've been mistreating his children. You want to define what you call black. Guess what? All them that you've been messing with, they come from us. They come from us. You know what I mean?
So do you.
Huh?
And so do they.
And so do you.
Yep.
See, I didn't have to go to college. I didn't have to search out no leading scholar that would fish out and tell me some kind of tall tale that would have me to believe. I simply went to my Father in heaven and I asked him, and my Father in heaven told me who I was. I don't have to make up anything. But I know who you are. I know who you are. Portland, Oregon, I know who you are. And you've been hiding, your grass ain't been cut in a long time. You've been hiding behind the grass. Guess what? Your grass finna get cut. You can look at me and say, who is this crazy black man? Because half the people over here in your city don't know the struggle of the people that look like me because they've been too busy struggling in their own country. You know what I mean? From people like you, Portland, Oregon. You understand what I'm talking about? Now them people over here, and they mistreating where they come from. Huh? Like I said, this message is for you, Portland, Oregon. And not solely for you, Portland, Oregon. It's for the world. But the intent is to get a message to you. All that you claim to be good, guess what? You're gonna see that you're not as good as you think you are. You call yourself good. But does God call you good? Because it says, for in that day many will come, saying, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in thy name? Did we not heal the sick? Did we not cast out demons in thy name? And did we not? Huh? What did Jesus say he gonna tell you?
Be gone from me.
See, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you from the rip, I know who I am. I am one of God's children. And I keep my Father's commandments. And you know, if I keep my Father's commandments, I shall see God, and I will be called a son of God. Huh? Uh-oh. You better hope he don't send you my way. Because I'm going to tell you, be gone from me, you workers of iniquity. Because I know I don't know you. Huh? What I know of you is enough to keep you out the Father's house. What I know of you. Because I know my relationship with the Father in heaven, you don't. You don't even know who the Father is because you done been so busy putting your idea of who he is. And you didn't take the time to find out who he is. I've been over here trying to tell Portland, Oregon for the last 8 years. This is what Portland, Oregon do to people that try to tell them about God. And that ain't the only thing they do. You know what I mean? This is a godless city. And it's a godless state. Yeah, I said it. This ain't nothing but a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. That's all it is. I don't care if you don't like it. These are the words. This is what the Father sees you as. Now, if you got a problem with it, go to God and tell him what I said and see if he punished me. Huh? I'm willing to stake my life on it. That he'll agree with me. See, I ain't been over here on no secret mission to try to come over here and do whatever Portland think black people come over here to do. To the point to where you got to come over here and be mistreated by a bunch of demonic, sadistic demon children. You know, I don't bear no bones about telling you who you are, and I don't care nothing about your feelings. I'm not an enabler. I'm a truth teller. And I'm gonna tell you, from sitting from a place of a watcher, huh? Yes, sir, I know who I am. And I don't give and report. You guys are done. You know what I mean? I don't care what you think of me. I'm just a vessel. I'm just a speaker.
Because, you know, us dark-skinned people just have no common sense.
Your condescending conversations, your treatment of a person because of the color of their skin as if they have no intelligence,
Because they don't speak in a vernacular that is common with your society. And if they do, tut-tut.
and you know, like I said, you can get mad and you can get, like I said, it just is what it is. I'm just here to speak the truth and tell you that, you know, I don't even know if there's any hope for you. I really don't. I really don't. Because all this that y'all do, man, you better, I don't even know if you can tighten it up. I don't even know if you can tighten it up. So all I can tell you, man, is your time is done, bro. Your time is done. Now you done all these immigrants over here, but I strongly urge you, if you got any notion of who God is, you better go back home. Cause you done been tricked with this Christianity stuff. You done been tricked with Christianity. And that's the Antichrist. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, it's the Antichrist. And some of y'all been following it for a long time. I ain't never been called no Christian, cause I wasn't raised as no Christian. You know what I mean? People can say, I wasn't raised as a Baptist, I was raised as a child. And God raised me. The reason I'm the man I am today is because of what the Spirit done. I'm the man I am today because of who the Spirit is. And those of you that don't know who the Spirit is or know what the Spirit is, you know, you won't ever understand where I'm coming from because you are in the darkness and you will never have a relationship with what is light. You understand what I'm saying? Knowledge comes from a place of light. It don't come from a place of darkness. And you've been running around in darkness. Portland, Oregon, that's why all your deeds are done in the dark. Because that's where your life is. You understand what I'm saying? I know y'all come out in the dark because you can't, you know. That's why you're so crappy in the daylight. I don't have to have sight to see you, because it wasn't what I saw you do as much as it was that I experienced what you done. And because of both of them put together, the Father seen both of them. He didn't bring me over here for you to do what you done to me, and you gonna pay for it. You gonna pay for it. And I say that to Portland, Oregon, because the true Oregonian spirit, if you ain't hateful, then you should have stood up. You don't enable meanness and hatred and call it Christianity. Call yourself Christian. Good Christian people don't get into God's house. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Good Christian people don't get into God's house. And I'm telling you that because I know for a fact, good Christian people do not get into God's house. You understand what I'm saying? It's worshipers and God's children. You know? Followers, worshipers, and God's children. God's children rule over the house. You know? White people don't, they ain't never wanted to get in line because they want their own separate thing and they want to be called Christians. You'll never get into God's house. That's why Christianity will only work here. Christianity will never work in the Father's house. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you're not a follower and you're not a worshiper, and you don't belong to God, and you don't exist. So you can keep your Christian belief. I strongly encourage anybody to hear this to leave it alone and find out who God is for yourself. Because I know that everybody, there are people that'll get you'll get a second chance, because it's better to not know than to know and not do. Now, I do know there is a second chance, because there is a second death. And that second death is in the spirit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if you come to life in the spirit and you die in the spirit, that's where the forever death is. This is just a fleshly death. Your spirit and your soul will get another chance, but you got to live right. You got to show that you're trying to do right, man. You can't keep on doing unnecessary, just jive bull crap to people and thinking it's gonna get you somewhere. It's not gonna get you in God's house. Being a good Christian. Because those are the ones that keep saying,
well, as long as I give you a piece of bread and I'm good to people, God will understand. No. Those are the ones that's striving to get to the straight gate, but you ain't gonna enter. You understand what I'm saying? Giving bread out just gets you to the gate. It don't get you through it. Being a good Christian gets you to the gate. You want to see a road paved with gold? I bet you'll get tired of looking at gold when you find out you just gonna be walking and you ain't gonna be nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? God's children know where the life's at, and it ain't standing at the gate, being a good Christian. Cause life is to be lived, and you have prevented God's children from living down here.
Yeah.
So that life belongs to us in the end, because in the end is where the spirit. That's where life never ends, and we'll have your life forever. We will have your life forever to do what we will with it. This is what I do know, and it's not torturous. You're gonna pay for what you done. I have forever to do what I want to with your life, and this I do know. So, all I can tell you, you better tighten it up. Cause I ain't worried about it. I ain't starting doing nothing to nobody here. I'm nobody in the flesh. I'm go ahead and tell you, my flesh. You can see I'm losing weight because I don't even hardly feed it. Yeah, I'm going home, and that's where I'm gonna be powerful at. Yes, sir. I don't give in to the flesh here on the earth. I ain't studying this earthly body. I ain't studying this earthly realm. I ain't studying none of this. I'm going home to the spirit where it count at, and that's where I'm gonna see you. I'm just go ahead and let you know that's where I'm gonna see you at. So, all I can tell you is while I'm here, you better listen to what I'm telling you. To get you in a place, I've been trying to get you in a place to where you won't have to suffer, but you want to stick with your Christian ideals. You want to stick with your whiteness. You want to stick with your idea that this is going to be a white planet. Yeah, when you start smoking. Yeah, it's gonna be all white, but I guarantee you it's gonna turn red knowing real fast. And you're gonna be wishing you had the smoke back. Go and tell you. Cause if you think you're gonna make a pure white race in a place that's gonna be on fire, you got another thing coming. I'm sorry that you have been deceived, but if you are white in your skin, and you have been raised in Christian beliefs, you better come away from it and find out the truth before you find out the truth. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you this as your blind buddy, man. I ain't got no reason to lie. I sit up here, I was with God when I come out here. I ain't mad at God cause I don't have sight. I love God even more cause I just got closer to him and he showed me more and more. So, I'm confident. There ain't nothing in this world can tell, ain't not one man on the face of this planet that I know, or any that I don't know. You ain't gonna defeat this truth, cause it's him. It's him. It's him. Boy, y'all finna see something, boy. I'm telling you, you finna see something. I mean, you finna see something. I ain't making no wild predictions. I ain't putting no days, but you finna see something. You finna see something. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you the truth. Stacy, please bear witness with these people. You notice every time I tell you something.
Oh, I know. It comes true.
I'm telling you, you ain't gonna like this, man. You ain't gonna like this. Cause this the last time. The book is ended. We're on the last page. For all those looking for the last days, stop looking for the last days. We're on the last page. We're in the final hours. That's why the doomsday clock is so close. Man knows how close it is. That devil knows how close he is.
Yep.
See, this is where the flesh can't keep a secret about what it's what it's destined for. It's destined for destruction. It's destined for destruction. And I'm gonna tell you something, people. If you run around careless, I could care less too. You know, Portland, Oregon. This ain't a fantasy. This ain't a fantasy. Your TV show finna get canceled. You know what I mean? All the cancellation and everything that you've been doing and hiding behind, all the things that you think nobody sees, guess what? God brought somebody over here that you blind and he still showed it to them, and guess what? You ain't gonna be able to deny that I'm telling you the truth. I don't care nothing about your pie graphs and your charts. You know I'm telling the truth. Because you done the wrong thing to the wrong one. I tried to tell you. I've been trying to tell you.
Yep.
Have I not, Stacey?
Yes. Over and over again.
I've been trying to tell you.
You're not quiet about it.
Y'all been ignoring me and ignoring me and ignoring me.
Blowing y'all.
Yeah,
Acting like they can't see or hear you.
yeah.
And then if they do, acting like what you say don't make no sense. Cause it
They
don't
know
to
it.
them.
They know it makes sense. You know, sitting up here mistreat me. If I speak to you and you look up in the air and I say, "Well, hell, I wasn't talking to the air. I was talking to you." How the hell that might not make sense? And then you walk over there and pick up a pile of dog poop because you walking your dog.
Man. And then, no.
And you walk past me. I speak to you. You look up in the air, and then you got a saying. If you didn't see it, it didn't happen. These are arrogant types of behavior that they think are associated with godly people.
Man.
Got to be kidding me. Like I said, I'm putting these out for a reason. You know, they him, whether I am or not. So it's up to you. And I'm talking to those that all these data processors and these people that'll help keep it back. Guess what? You included. Get mad. And guess what? Your dissension start too. You know what I mean? And there ain't no threat. I ain't threatening nobody. I'm no blind, toothless, bald-headed black
No,
man.
they have a job to do.
I can't. That's it. But guess what?
To you, they got a job to do. They can push you through. It's just that.
Guess
simple.
what? Let me tell you
Or
something.
quit their job.
Let me tell you something. Fire got a job to do too.
Yeah.
But you know fire got a job to do. You don't put it over there up under you and let it do its job, do you?
Mm-hmm.
You stay away from it while it's doing its job.
Mm.
You don't participate in fire doing its job. You know what I mean? If you don't want to get burned up,
No.
you know what I mean? You don't participate in fire doing its job.
No.
Because fire don't need you to do its job. You know what I mean? If you're going to do anything, put it out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know?
Yep.
You put it out by putting it out. You know what I mean? But if you just gonna sit there and pour gas on it by clicking it off like ain't nobody see it, then guess what? You just a gas pump with a match in it. Or a lit match. See you back.
Yep.
And with that, man, hey, I'm your blind buddy. From start to finish. I'm your blind buddy. And I wouldn't tell you this to be no menace. I'm your blind buddy. I'm gonna tell you, I'm finished. I'm your blind buddy, telling you how to keep yourself from being in a place where you will diminish. Your blind buddy. Remember that. I'm out.